We have Larvitar Comm Day tomorrow or today for some people, and I apologize that I'm not able to get this information out to everybody. However, we do have the field research tasks. We also have the quest line, and I'm gonna go over the best of the best to see where Tyranitar does sit best in Pokemon Go. So if you have come to this video and it is after Comm Day and you're like, I don't care about any of this stuff, just text the timestamps, fast forward to the part that best serves what you were looking for, and we can go on with it in Pokemon Go. So today, what we're gonna start off with Larvitar Comm Day. Number one, make sure that you guys get the shinies, you guys are getting that XP, and you guys are getting after a lot of trades, because just remember, during this time, we are getting increased lucky trades when you are trading with people for the Lunar New Year. So you're definitely gonna wanna go after that. So that is number one. Number two, let's check out the research quest line that's gonna be going on during this time to see, is it gonna be worth your time, energy, and resources? Let's check it out right now. For task number one, we have power per Pokemon 10 dimes for 15 Pokeballs. Then we have catch 15 Larvitar for a Larvitar encounter. Just remember, 445 is 100% IV. Make 5 nice throws is gonna be 20 Larvitar candy for 2,000 Stardust, another Larvitar encounter, and an incense. And then next, catch 15 Larvitar for 30 Larvitar candy. Transfer 10 Pokemon for a Pupitar encounter. Evolve 3 Larvitar for 10 Pineapple Berries. Then we have 1500 XP, a Larvitar, and another incense. In stage number 3, we have make 3 great curveball throws for 50 Larvitar candy. Evolve 1 Pupitar for a lucky egg, and transfer 10 Pokemon for 15 great balls. For 2500 XP, a rocket radar, and 15 ultra balls. And then finally, we have claim rewards for 2 silver Pineapple Berries, a Larvitar encounter, and 3500 XP. And then we have 3000 Stardust, a Tyranitar encounter, and 3 rare candy. And that's gonna do it. So, as always, I recommend doing it. It's only $1. It gives you more premium items worth more than just $1 in Pokemon Go, so I highly suggest you go after that. That's number one. Number two, we do have the field research that we can go after. The field research is gonna be catch 3 Larvitars, which can be multiple different things. It could be a Larvitar encounter, 445 for the 100% IV coming from field research level 15. Not only that, we are gonna get 5 Great Ball potentials. You can get 2 Ultra Balls, 2 Pineapple Berries, or 500 Stardust. I hope for all of you guys' sake and purposes, you guys are gonna be getting what's most important, and that's gonna be the Larvitar encounters, because you can get good IV shinies. Which then is gonna move us out of this and into, is Tyranitar gonna be worth your time, energy, and effort to be able to power up? Is it a good PvP Pokemon, GBL, Great League, Ultra League, or Master League? So, Tyranitar is gonna be a Dark and a Rock type Pokemon. It actually has a quite high max CP. It's going to max out at 4335. It has an attack of 251, a defense of 207, and a stamina of 225. This Pokemon does have a myriad of weaknesses and a myriad of strengths. However, what makes this Pokemon the most vulnerable and why it doesn't sit higher in different leagues and other things is because of its double weakness to fighting. That makes this Pokemon incredibly vulnerable to fighting, because it is going to be Rock, which is weak to fighting, and Dark, which is weak to fighting. And the moveset of this Pokemon, as far as its regular moves, for fast moves, it's going to get Bite and Iron Tail, but then there's also an added legacy move of Smackdown that you're going to be able to get during Comm Day, which makes this Pokemon very viable for 2 things as a Mega, because it's going to share dual typings of Dark, which it can get Bite, and Crunch, which is going to be a charge move, or it can get Smackdown and Stone Edge, which makes it a dual stab type bonus for 2 different Pokemon. So that's why I suggest you guys are going to have 2 of these Pokemon to be able to max out for your Mega Pokemon, so you don't have to go in between the 2 and you can use all stab of each typing. Not only that, for its charge moves, along with the Stone Edge and Crunch, which I already talked about, it does get Fire Blast, which may be a decently viable move to be able to throw in there just to have as your Mega. So with that said, now let's check out this Pokemon as an ER value against itself. What's going to be its best moveset and produced its highest DPS times TDO, which is basically now the ER value. Let's check this Pokemon starting out as a Mega with Bite and Stone Edge at 4608. And then in the second spot, we have Bite and Return on that Mega, which is going to be 45.96. And if we go down to see the all Rock type, we have Smackdown and Stone Edge at 45.73, which is pretty high on that one. Then we have Bite and Crunch at 44.96, which is quite impressive. Then if we want to go to see the Shadow, we have Bite and Stone Edge at 41, which is 5 points below. We have the Double Rock at 40.79, and then we have the all Dark Shadow at 40.56. And then if we want to see the regular Tyranitar, it actually ranks best with Bite and Return at 36.19, Bite Stone Edge at 36.01, and then Double Rock is going to be Smackdown Stone Edge at the 35.52, and Bite Crunch at 35.2. So guys, if we think about it, this Pokemon is shining the best as its Mega, and it does have a really powerful Shadow, but is it going to sit up in the Rock category? Let's find out now. So for all Rock types, we have Mega Diancie at the top, actually, at Rock Throw and Rock Slide at 46.27, which is quite impressive. That Pokemon in the regular form is not out yet, so it looks like we're pretty far out there. However, the Smackdown and Stone Edge on the Mega Tyranitar is 45.73, which is extremely strong. Mega Aerodactyl coming in next at 42.49, which is beat out by the Tyranitar. However, the Rock Slide is quite an enticing move because Stone Edge is a 1-bar charge. Then we have the Shadow Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge at 40.79. We have Rhyperior with Smackdown Rock Wrecker at 39.51. Rampardos coming in next at 39. Tyrantrum coming in following that at 37.4. Terrakion, Smackdown Talon Rock Slide at 37.38, Shadow Aerodactyl, and Gigalith. And if you want to see the regular Tyranitar, it's actually 35.52 on the second page in the spot number 11. So I really like the Mega Tyranitar because number one, it's a budget counter in general. It is not going to be a raid for, pay for legendary Pokemon that is going to have to come through here. So this Pokemon really shines well. It's a great Pokemon. Its Shadow form is extremely strong in the rock category, and the Diancie is not out yet, and it actually beats out the Aerodactyl, which is quite impressive. However, for the regular one, yes, it is a budget counter, but there are much better budget counters out there, such as Rhyperior and Rampardos, that are going to serve better than this Pokemon in the regular form without the Shadow or the Mega Evolution. So for this Pokemon, I would suggest, as always, 2 of these Pokemon to power up all the way to level 50 in the All Rock and the All Dark, which we will check out here in a second. And then obviously 360 XL Candy would be great if you do ever get a good quality Shadow of this form. So now let's check it out in the Dark category to see if that's going to match up with my suggestions here. In the Dark category, Mega Tyranitar at the top, Bite and Crunch at 44.96. Then we have the Mega Houndoom 42.6, which is outbeaten by the Tyranitar. The Hydreigon with Bite and Brutal Swing at 41.64, which is actually really impressive. Mega Gyarados coming in next. Shadow Tyranitar 40.56. Shadow Weavile, Ash Greninja, Darkrai Snarl, and Dark Pulse at 48.53. Mega Absol, Shadow Honchkrow, and the regular Tyranitar into spot 15 with Bite Crunch at 35.2, beaten out by Guzzlord, Zarude, and Yveltal. Alrighty, so for that Mega, very impressive. However, once again, for a non-Mega Pokemon, Tyranitar is outbeaten and outshined completely by the Brutal Swing Hydreigon. Hydreigon is above all the legendary Pokemon as well, and the mythical in there. Darkrai, Guzzlord, Yveltal, all beaten out by that Hydreigon. So there are 2 insanely great budget counters, Rampardos, Rhyperior, Hydreigon, for both of those categories. So I would suggest sticking away from the regular Tyranitar and obviously use it as a Mega, which is what it's intended for. Would I go after the Shadows? For the Rock category, I would. For the Dark category, I would not. So what you could do is, if you do power one up, have it with Smackdown and Stone Edge for all Rock, and then have the second move be the Crunch combination. So you can use it, but it's not the main focus because, like I said, Hydreigon is beating out the Shadow, which is very impressive. So my stance on this Pokemon still stands. 2 for the Mega, all Dark, all Rock, and then enough XL Candy for the Shadow. Run the Shadow as an all Rock with a secondary charge move of the Dark. So now let's check out the Great League and the Ultra League and the Master League for GBL. For the Great League, 559 for the Shadow Tyranitar and 613 for the regular, so it's irrelevant. For the Ultra League, 436 for the Shadow and 465 for the regular, so it's irrelevant in the Ultra League. And then in the Master League, we have a semi-contender. 115 for the regular and 121 for the Shadow. So honestly speaking, guys, you can multi-purpose one of these Pokemon that you do power up. The moveset recommendation is going to be Smackdown, Crunch, and Stone Edge, which does coincide with maxing out a all Rock type for the Mega, and then you can throw on Crunch, and you can also multi-purpose that Mega when not in the Mega form for the Master League in Pokemon Go, because it's best served as the non-Mega. But honestly speaking, with that double fighting weakness, makes this Pokemon extremely vulnerable in Pokemon Go. So there you have it. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. Make sure to share this video for anybody that's questionable about Tyranitar and its Mega form, because it is an absolute monster. Appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, invitation to us. Let me see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.